Hello, my name is Winterstar, and in this video I will be showing you how I made my TECHNOBLADE cosplay based on the Dream SMP. Keep in mind that this footage is all like a year and a half, 2 years old, but let's get into the video. The first step was to make the cape. Now this cape is basically just a huge half circle that I cut out on this really nice, I think wool or close to wool fabric that I got at Joann's. If you're looking for an exact pattern, just look up like a circle cape pattern, and that's pretty much how I did it. For the white fur trim, it is just another half circle that I cut out on this thrifted white fluffy fabric, and then I sewed it to the top inside part of the red fabric, and this is how it looked completed. It was a nice floor-length red cape. Next up, I wanted to make some little gold circles to attach to the front of the cape to kind of connect it in the front and make it look a little bit fancier. To do that, I first cut out 2 circles of 2mm EVA foam, and then cut out 4 circles of black Worbla. Black Worbla, when you're cutting things out, a pencil works really well to draw on it, and then you can heat it up to make it more easy to cut with a box cutter knife. I also used this thick wire to stick through the Worbla and the EVA foam so I would be able to attach it to the cape. I pretty much made a Worbla sandwich with the 2 layers of Worbla and the foam in the middle. I also needed to cut out some details with a crown and like some boar tusks because I thought that that would look cool, and I saw other cosplays that had things similar. Next up, once I attached all the details, I needed to prime the Worbla, which I did with wood glue, a couple layers of wood glue, and then sanding it down. Once all of the wood glue had dried, I painted on a layer of black paint as a base coat, and then I painted on several layers of metallic gold paint before, when that dried, moving on to weathering it. I like to weather with dry brushing mostly, which is getting a little bit of paint on my brush and then brushing it into the lower areas of the metal. Once that was complete, I also made sure to seal everything with a layer of glossy Mod Podge. Once that had all dried, I now needed to attach them to the cape, which I did very professionally by sticking the wires through the 2 layers of fabric and then just scrunching up the wires so that it wouldn't come out. I also attached 2 chains to the front so that they would hook up between the 2 circles and just make it look a little bit fancier. Once that was done, the next step was to make these bracers, which I did not film anything for. So here is a collection of photos cataloging the process. These are made almost entirely out of EVA foam, and I used some 3D fabric paint to add details to it, and then Velcro to attach everything. But coming back in here are all of the details for the bracers if you want a little bit more of a close-up, and then I moved on to painting after priming everything with Flex Bond. Like before, I like to start off with a black base coat, and then I wanted to experiment with getting the best look for netherite because I like how Minecraft netherite looks, and I wanted to use that for this cosplay. I ended up going with this dragonfly glaze, which over the black looks really nice and shiny and purple. Since in-game netherite armor is actually made from diamond, I decided to use some light blue shiny paint to add some little diamond details, which I think turned out really well. Also, fun fact on the armor, a lot of the little swirly details that just look like nonsense are actually TECHNOBLADE quotes in just Enderman writing, which I thought was a nice touch. Anyway, to add some highlights to the armor, I used this light purple metallic paint and smudged it out on the higher levels. I also used some darker blue paint to add some shading to the diamond. Overall, I think that these bracers turned out really nice. It was a nice bit of foam armor smithing to do for this cosplay. For the rest of the costume, I actually made a couple of other things, like wrapping this leather string around these bottles so I could loop it on my belt, as well as making a totem of undying, which I have a whole separate video for. And then the cosplay was getting close to done.
Okay, putting on a new cosplay for the first time is like one of the most amazing feelings about cosplays. I love it so much. Look, I have the armor, and it's shiny, and we have the cape, and it has the gold, and we have our totem. We have these bottles. We have this chain that I decided to put on. It'd be cool if I had a skull so I could do wither skull, but I don't. Look.
Again, all this footage is like 2 years old because I never got around to making this video, but I have a whole separate video about how I did the makeup for this cosplay, so you can watch that if you want to see how I did all these different fake scars. I also then needed to put on the rest of the costume, which was these 2 layers of white shirts, which one of them I actually had to make smaller because the sleeves were just too big, so I used my sewing machine to just take in the sleeves a little bit. And then I finished putting on the rest of the costume. For the trousers for this cosplay, I also sewed on some gold buttons to them for Ren Fair and for this cosplay a while ago. I also have this really nice wig, which is probably from Amazon, and then I have this crown that I also got off of Amazon, which I attached with bobby pins, and there's one of my fake ears that fell off. Love watching old footage. Anyway, I have a different video about how to make fake ears like this look more realistic, but I hadn't done it with these ones yet, so there's that. Here's the cosplay. The end of this got a little bit rambly, to be sure, but I hope you still enjoyed watching this video and seeing how I made this TECHNOBLADE cosplay. I know it's been a little bit since I made full videos, but I'm hoping to get back into cosplay a little bit more now. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.